And welcome to Super Bowl week, where before we jump into the actual Super Bowl, we got to talk about the yearly awards. MVP goes to Ezekiel Elliott, with Trey Lance right behind him. Coach of the Year, Dean Strauss, who obviously we are going to be facing off against him in the Super Bowl. Thomas Peters, our head coach, comes in second. Taking a look at the AFC, Jonathan Taylor wins Offensive Player of the Year. Well deserved. He was insane, and I'm very glad we're not facing the Colts in the Super Bowl. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie goes to Brandon Toll of the Browns. Defensive Rookie is Matthew Stewart of the Chiefs. Best Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Best Running Back, we all guessed it, Jonathan Taylor. Best Receiver goes to Stephon Diggs, still with the Bills. Best O-Line, Quentin Nelson. Obviously, he wins it every time. Best D-Line, Myles Garrett. Best Linebacker, TJ Watt. And then Best DB goes to Jimmy Ward at the Bills, who he used to be one of our guys, but we obviously traded him to the Bills when we picked up Leach. Feel like that worked out very well for us. Best Kicker goes to Evan McPherson. Over in the NFC, obviously Offensive Player, going to be Ezekiel Elliott. If he wins MVP, he wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Brian Burns. Could quickly check, did we happen to have anyone in the running? No. Defense, anyone in the running? Danielle Hunter down at 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Antoine Whitaker, who we obviously saw was insane. He was part of the reason that we lost to the Bears, the only time we've lost to the Bears. Sherrod Dyson comes in second for us. Did we happen to have anyone else? No. Defensive Rookie goes to Roderick Harris of the Giants. And I don't think we really had much, no. Best Quarterback, Trey Lance. Best Running Back goes to Zeke. And we didn't have anyone on there. Best Receiver goes to Christian Kirk of the Cardinals. And we had John Leach down at 9. Best O-Line goes to Tristan Wirfs of the Buccaneers. And doesn't look like we have anyone up top. O'Neal is at 8. Best D-Line, Brian Burns with Hunter at 4. And no one else for us. Best Linebacker goes to Micah Parsons. And I doubt we'll have anyone considering linebackers is more just edge rush. A.J. Terrell Jr. or Terrell Jr. I feel like he said that we were pronouncing it wrong, but I can't remember. Either way, it goes to Terrell Jr. of the Falcons. And we did not have anyone in there. Best Kicker goes to Young-Ho Koo, even though he had quite a few misses this year. And we very well might be moving on from him come the offseason. But those are your yearly awards. Now it's time for the biggest award, a Super Bowl championship. And welcome to AT&T Stadium, where they are hosting the Super Bowl. Typically, Cowboys play here. Not today. It's going to be our Minnesota Vikings versus the Las Vegas Raiders in the Super Bowl. And hopefully for us, it'll be a 3-peat. This is Nick Robinson's first Super Bowl. Obviously, this was his first year even starting any games as we traded away Saunders, a quarterback who helped us win 2 Super Bowls, for a guy who was a backup on the Browns. However, I'd say that trade has worked out very well for us and worked out pretty well for the Rams, who we traded Saunders to. They made it all the way to the divisional round and then lost to the Panthers, who we beat in the championship, NFC championship. And our first play of the Super Bowl is a 20-yard rush to Dalvin Cook. And the defense for the Raiders, is fairly good, but also their stats have just kind of been a bit average, as there's a fumble, big hit late on Dalvin Cook, and we'll get the tackle with O'Neal. That was Abram who recovered it. I'm not sure who forced it, but a big hit laid there, as David Larkin will come in and lead the Raiders offense. 21 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions in the regular season. what started out as such great plays for our offense quickly turned into a fumble as we'll get a tackle close to the line of scrimmage here on Josh Jacobs. And this could very well be the last game in the careers of a couple guys on our team, with a few of them getting fairly up in age. We'll talk about them after this play as Henley gets down and gets a tackle, and there is one of the players whose this could have been his last game, and he had a very sad look on his face. J.J. Watt takes a knee after the play. He's 34 years old, possibly 35. He's pretty frustrated on the sidelines, very emotional, as this very well could be his last game. But yeah, he is one of them. I need to switch Calhoun and Graves, depending on if that is going to be a more long-term in terms of this game injury. So we're going to try to send Harrison Smith, who is one of those other guys. He will get the tackle. Harrison Smith stops the scramble on third down, giving us a 4th and 7. And he's another one who's 34 who could very well retire after this game. And here is the update we have for J.J. Watt. A pectoral strain. With this possibly being his last game, you know he wants to be out there. And on first down here, we're going to have Kelly out there as a little note to Dalvin not to fumble anymore in this game. Kelly will get forward for a decent gain. We weren't able to quite hold what were really good blocks. And now we'll bring Cook back out there. On 2nd and 4, we're going to send Thurston in motion. I'm going to follow right behind our blocks. No big hits this time. Cook stretches for it. It's close to the first down, but I'm not sure. They do give it to him. And I was going to go for the jet sweep, but I clicked on the wrong play anyway. So good time to make a change here. We'll go for the run down the middle, try to cut. A good job by their DT. I believe that's Solomon Thomas who flipped over and got the good stop there. And they still have that safety down towards the line. So again, we'll check out of the jet sweep, go with the slant routes instead. I'm going to need to try to scramble for this one here. Keep this in bounds. We find Jefferson, who does a nice job of getting that catch for 20. And once again, they keep that safety down. What does the release? Release looks pretty good out there for Jefferson. They have only one deep safety. Come up with our own play call here. They do a good job of covering it. Going to try to roll out. Get it to Flanagan. And that one not placed quite where I was hoping it would be. That's going to be our 2nd turnover picked off by Morig. Or Morig? Not exact. I can't remember what the pronunciation is, but he gets the pick. I was really hoping Flanagan would stay on the outside, but he cuts back in, and a great job by Trayvon there to get that pick. And, you know, if we would just stop making those mistakes on offense, we would be driving fairly well here as they go for a run. They do a good job cutting back. Jacobs does, at least. Gets a good chunk. Gain of 7. I say chunk. For a run game, 7 is pretty good. We'll change out of that play call here. And again, they're going to cut back. Josh Jacobs really finding the open lanes, breaking a few tackles, and now they're down to the 17. I would say with how easily we were moving on offense, we would have been the first ones to score, but with the turnovers, now looks like it could very well be the Raiders as they will go for a pass. It is caught. We're unable to break that one up, but there is a flag down. And it will be holding on John Simpson. We'll back them up 1st and 20 at the 27. And with them being in a tight formation over here, we're going to bring a cornerback blitz, see if Reed can hit home. And they go for a run instead. And they break one tackle, make another guy miss, and luckily Ward comes over to get the tackle. And that'll be basically all the yards lost on the penalty. Make a quick play call change. That's not what I wanted. There it is. Switch over to the cover 6 here. They will bring in their backup running back who has some room to run. A big hit there from Henley, but they hold on to it. That's Marlon Mack for a gain of 5. And on 3rd and 6, they'll come out 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the left. They're going to send Josh Jacobs in motion. Make a quick note here for our defense that it most likely will be a pass. And they're going to go for the underneath to Waller, who gets the reception and should have enough for the first down. And indeed it is 1st and goal from the 6. will come out in the 46, despite them having 3 receivers out there. We figured they would go for a run. We get the tackle there. Alex Brooks does a great job reading it and getting through the line. And that also brings the end of the first quarter. Game still tied 0-0 with the Raiders knocking on the door. And on second and goal, they come out in a heavy set here. Only one receiver out to the left. No fullback. We're going to go down the middle again. Great job from Alex Brooks, but he gets thrown into another blocking animation, and Josh Jacobs finds his way into the end zone. First points of the Super Bowl goes to the Raiders, 7-0. Our offense will take the field here, coming out with a spread look. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Going to go down the middle. Good blocking. Fighting for a few extra yards. Got us down to the 39. 5 rushes, 50 yards for Dalvin, but he did have that crucial fumble on the first drive. Try to follow that up with some play action here. Still can't see any information there for Chark. Go with the roll out here. We have Leach. Does he have the speed to catch up to it? He gets the snag, and we're down to the 12. Nice pass, especially on the run, and a nice catch there from Leach. You can see we just roll out to buy some time, and we see he has a separation, and we're able to place that just far enough for only Leach to get a hand on it. Number 2 tried to knock it away, but good hands there from Leach. And that play definitely helped swing some momentum back in our favor. Going to come out in our heavy set here, send Thurston in motion, and follow behind with Dalvin. Try to get that cutback, nice juke, and we're going to get down to the 6. Was really hoping that'd be the touchdown. Instead, that'll bring up 2nd and 3 from the 6. Have plenty of room to still get a first down without needing the touchdown, but let's get the touchdown instead. Rematch the score, 7-7 with a made extra point. And with this game re-tied back up here, kind of feels like a little... Again, like, I always think it's so weird when people say, oh, it's like a new game. Like, there hasn't been a game already played up to this point. As we're going to get a sack. Danielle Hunter gets around the edge. Larkin tried to scramble around, but not able to get past Danielle. And with it now being 2nd and 22, what better time to bring a blitz? Looks like they're going to try to possibly run. They have a heavy set out there to run, and indeed they do. Big hit from Kendricks, knocks the ball out. Brooks picks it up, not able to get through all of the chaos. A flag is down. And they're going to call holding on that. We will decline. I have a feeling we might be going into a booth review, though. No booth review. They say 100% fumble. It's revenge for the Cook fumble. Try to get to the outside, not able to. 27 forces us back in. We're down at the 5. And now they don't fully have the safeties down. They're still pretty close. We'll send Dyson around the edge. See if we could get our rookie a touchdown. Not good blocking on the outside there from Jefferson. Only a gain of 2. And on 3rd and goal, we'll come out with the slants in the pistol. And I wanted to go for Leach, but they did a good job covering it. Instead, I almost said Johnson. Robinson is going to scramble in. Don't know where Johnson would have come from, but I know where Robinson came from, and I know where he went. That's into the end zone. Will put us up 14-7 with a made PAT from Koo. And just like that, we were able to correct our mistakes and flip them, and now we're in front 14-7. They're going to go for a run to the outside. We over-pursue there with Kendricks, finally get there with Henley and get the stop on Jacobs, who's running pretty well, 9 carries, 54 yards and a touchdown. On 2nd and 3, we'll bring the corners down here and try to bring a bit of a blitz as well. Going to slide the D-line over. We're going to go for the fake jet sweep, and we're there. Literally the entire defense was right there to get that stop. They're going to credit that to Alex Brooks, 3rd and 3 coming up. And on 3rd and 3, they're coming out in a heavy set. We'll come out in our 46 defense, bring down the DBs, try to stack the line here, follow in behind with Kendricks, not able to do so. And look at the push from Jacobs there, fighting through 3 of our defensive guys. Nice push there, and they'll get them the first down. And I came out in an interesting formation. I meant to go to the double A gap look, but instead we come out in the nickel wide 9, I think is what it was. Try to bring a man blitz there. Doesn't work too well. Renfro breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and Reed finally gets him down as we hit the 2-minute warning. Game close, 14-7. A lot of highlights, but mostly on defense so far. And on first down, we'll come out with the man coverage here. I'll take a look here at Smith on Waller as he's just sent straight down the field. I was expecting him to cut in at some point. Instead, they go to 11. Is that Ruggs? Looks like it is. Big completion, 19 yards, down to the 31, a minute, 47 seconds remaining. At least until halftime, just to clarify. As they will go for another pass here, and we're able to get that tipped away with Kendricks. They were going for Ruggs again. And now they'll come out in a tight formation here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, as well as Waller. As they're going to send everyone over to that left-hand side. And we weren't able to jump it with Reed. They'll get the completion for a gain of 1. And on 3rd and 9, staying out in a spread look here. We'll play a bit of cover 9, I believe is what it said. So do a good job sitting on everyone. Watt screaming over to try to get the sack. They end up tossing it to the receiver who was not able to hold on to it. Bradbury's presence kind of threw him off a bit. And the field goal unit will be sent out, kicking from about the 37, so about a 47, 46-yard field goal. And that's looking up and right down the middle. We'll narrow our lead 14-10 with a little over a minute remaining for us to try to put some more points on the board. Plus, we have all of our timeouts. And with a minute 13 left, we'll make an adjustment here. Go for the play action, see if we could get Jefferson down the sideline. He has the release, the route running, and the height, does not have the speed. And so we're not going to test it there. Instead, going to roll out here. We have a couple wide open guys. We're going to find Chark, try to use Flanagan, and we'll just cut right back out to the outside, get out of bounds, down to the 41 with a minute and 4 seconds left, plus all of our timeouts. And I don't feel like they've brought many blitzes, but they do have some guys down towards the line here. So feels like it's a good time to call it. Indeed it is. We're going to get the screen pass to Cook, who's going to try to fight for a few extra yards, and I think they're going to call us out of bounds after the first. And indeed they do. Clock is stopped. We'll come out here, still in that same formation, but we're going to bring in Nwangwu for the draw. Try to get to the outside. They stuffed the inside. We didn't go anywhere, and Christian Darrisaw limping after the play. And he heads into the locker room, his day most likely done. And his time as a Viking could very well be done as well. We're going to go for Jefferson here, who's screaming across the middle of the field. Going to get down to the 10 as we'll go into hurry-up offense. And we'll go for a run here. We have a couple timeouts remaining following the injury. Not able to juke past the incoming corner. We'll take our first timeout. Well, technically our second timeout. And there is the update for Darrisaw. It is a bruised sternum. His day is done. Clayton will be coming in for him. And again, we'll try this jet sweep, see if we could get some better blocks on the outside here. We have some time remaining if it doesn't work. Jefferson did get a good block that time, just not quite what we were needing. And we will run hurry up here in case we don't get in on this play. Go for the back. Jefferson jumps for it, does not get it. And we will just go ahead and take the field goal here. Take our points, go up by a touchdown as we head on into halftime. Of course, we need this to be made first. And it is. Will put us up 17-10 as we head into halftime. A close matchup so far here in the Super Bowl. Both defenses forcing turnovers, and offenses just missing some good possible plays. As we head into the locker room, take a quick peek, and our defense definitely playing better than theirs, but those turnovers have killed us. And the Raiders will be receiving the second half kickoff here. We're going to need our defense to come through for us on this first drive to at least stall them and give us a little bit of time to grow our lead here. Or if they want to go ahead and do it for us, I'll take it. To start the second half, Raiders offense will start at the 25. They come out in a heavy set, and they go right for that run, and great blocking. They It's really good. This really good running game for the Raiders. I believe that's 77 yards in total for Josh Jacobs. And now they'll come out in a slightly different look here. Go a little bit more spread, despite it also being a bunch. So we'll bring the double A-gap blitz, and we hit home. Danielle Hunter able to get there before the throw. His second sack of the day, our third of the day in total. And that will bring up 2nd and 17. And despite it being 2nd and long, I would still expect them to run, as their running has worked very well. Instead, they go for the pass. And there's Danielle Hunter again, who was already in the zone. Now he's just even more fired up. 3 sacks for him on the day. And on 3rd and 24, they'll come out in an empty set. We'll drop back our DBs. Harrison Smith will drop back a little bit as well, as they're going to go across the middle, and Renfro's able to beat Kendricks on the 3rd and forever. He's going to get the first down to the 39. That's a 33-yard reception for Renfro. We gambled a little bit with the one-on-one coverage, but we figured Kendricks normally does pretty well there. Just not able to get the knockaways. They'll go for a run and a good cutback. A nice cut again from Josh Jacobs. He's just been a cut master today. And on 2nd and 1, this time we'll do the opposite of that 3rd and long. We'll bring down our DBs and squeeze them in as they go for a quick rush, and not able to break up the pass, nor even get the tackle, was Henley, who's normally really good at getting those knockouts. In fact, that's even what his superstar ability is getting those knockouts in flat coverage. Just wasn't quite able to do it on that last play. Waller gets the first down. They're going to send a tight end in motion. We'll shift our D-line over. And they're going to have a couple guys underneath, and they'll go for the guy that they sent in motion for a gain of maybe 1. And on 2nd and 9, going to bring a bit of a blitz here. But at the same time, we're also bringing our DBs in, or not our DBs. Henley gets the sack. I was trying to say we were turning our D-line into DBs, but Henley comes screaming off the edge. He gets the sack. 3rd and 15 coming up. And on 3rd and 15, we'll drop into the cover 9 show 2, if you're curious about the name of the play. They're going to go for the underneath again to Waller. We whiff on the tackle, and we'll finally get him brought down with a couple of guys at the 17. Larkin pretty accurate today, 8 of 10. And they will again bring out the field goal unit, try to make this a 4-point game. See if we can get Wilson off the edge. He's done well for us in the past. Didn't look like he was able to time that one up. Should be good and is good. Going to make this a 17-13 game. Defense bend, broke a little bit, but better than a touchdown. And for us, we'll bring out our heavy set. Kelly's out there to help spell out Dalvin a little bit. Bring in a little bit some more fresh legs as he eludes one guy, and then Turf Monster gets him, as best as what I could tell. And on 2nd and inches, stay on that same formation. We'll bring Thurston in motion to the side where they have a superstar X Factor and a superstar. Maybe not the best idea, but we'll go for it. He's going to cut back in, and he'll get the first down and a few more yards. And then speaking of fresh legs, you're going to bring in Willie Johnson here at slot instead of Dyson to go for the jet sweep. Try to, again, use as much of our fresh guys as we can. Only gets a gain of 3, though. Raiders definitely saw that we used that play a bit and have come prepared. And on 2nd and 7 and Wong, we will check in at running back as we go wide. Try to spread out their defense, find the gap in the middle, and let his speed use exactly what it needed to do. Get the first down for us there. As we'll check into the play action here. Possibly see if we could get Leach down the sideline. They're going to bring a blitz. We're instead going to go the opposite way. Flanagan on the drag route for about a gain of 8. Robinson 6 of 8 on the day. As that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll head into the 4th of this Super Bowl. The game very close, 17-13. And on 2nd and 2, we will be running the ball to the right here. Hopefully we can get some good blocking to the next level. Not really able to get to that 2nd level, really, as that'll bring up 3rd and inches. And on 3rd and inches, bringing out that heavy set, going to follow behind Thurston. Dalvin is used to having a fullback in front of him. He'll use it here and plenty of room to run as we're now down to the 26. And we'll start chewing the clock a little bit here as they drop one of their safeties. Rather be looking for Flanagan across as we're just not able to do anything there. Clayton is not able to block, I think they said Campbell whatsoever. He just goes straight around the edge. Be a loss of 8 on first down. And we'll go for a little bit of a gamble here. Go for the screen pass with Nwangwu. You either get a lot of yards or lose a lot of yards on screen passes, it seems. We'll gain maybe a couple. Gain of 4. Now it's time for a deep attack here. See what we can find. See if any of our guys can get open here. What is the on the ball and deep route KO? Because instead it looks like we'll be going to Jefferson's side one-on-one, and that's going to be a penalty, I believe, even in the end zone. Should give us tremendous field position at the goal line to help us try to get some more points on the board here, as that is on Nate Hobbs. And yes, we will be down to the 1. And a little under 4.5 minutes remaining. I wouldn't mind not getting the touchdown on this play, but also kind of would like it, as we do get it. That'll put us up by 2 possessions late here in the 4th quarter. Dalvin gets the couple-inch run into the end zone. Will put us up 24-13 with a made PAT. And the defense now has a little bit more room to breathe, although definitely don't want to give up any quick scores here. We're going to go for the man-on-man, and they definitely beat me with Waller. But instead, they're going to go to number 8 on a check down to the outside, only a gain of 5. And now they'll go to an empty set here as we're going to bring the double A-gap blitz. Should have a free rusher. Just depends who and where it's coming from. Daniil straight off the edge. They get it out to Waller, who gets by Denzel Ward. Keenan able to get the tackle, but that's a good chunk down to the 49. And I was going to go for the man blitz here, but let's check out of that. Go instead to the cover 6. Send our safety back, and there go for a check down. We miss the tackle on Jacobs and get the tackle with Harrison Smith. And on 2nd and 1, looking very familiar with this formation for the Raiders. I feel like we just ran it ourselves a bunch of times. As Larkin's going to scramble, but throw it away just as he gets to the line. That's going to be completion to Ruggs. 1st and 10. They're going to come out with a bunch to the right here. Going to bring down our DBs. And even though we were all right there, they should have gone elsewhere. They're still going to find Waller. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. So far, the Raiders driving pretty well here. Luckily, we're up 2 possessions. And on 2nd and 5, going to drop out of the double A gap here as soon as they snap the ball and try to fit right into one of these passing windows. Unfortunately, they pick us apart. I mean, despite them currently losing, they've actually played pretty well today in reading our defense and knowing exactly how to attack it. As they're going to go for the check down here. Renfro pushed out of bounds at the 4. We'll drop into the 46 and hopefully provide a little bit of extra run-stopping ability against Josh Jacobs while still providing some cover ability, and that ball thrown perfectly to the outside. Keenan was there, but was not able to get around Renfro to knock that one free. They're going to bring this one a little bit closer. We'll definitely need to recover an onside. And they'll be going for the 2-point conversion here to make it a field goal game. This is an important one for sure that we need the stop. I'm going to slide over our D-line. They will be passing it. Try to sit in the window. That's picked off by Keenan. He didn't let this one get by him. Immediately tackled by Waller. And that will keep the game within a touchdown, but not a field goal. And for some reason, we're not able to recover this onside. A little bit of drama here for the Super Bowl. Can't remember most of the other Super Bowls being close whatsoever for us. Leach picks that one up, then decides to hurdle. Madden trying to scare me a little bit here. Luckily, he holds on to it, and we just need to get 1 first down. And we'll come out with our heavy set here. Dalvin Cook is in the zone. And again, we really just need 1 first down. They'll start calling their timeouts. On 2nd and 7, bring Thurston in motion to the left. Once again, try to follow our big guys up front. As we have great blocking up front, get the first down. And that should just about do it. Just need to have them use their last timeout past this one. This was just their second. But just about one more run will do it here, and we will have won 3 Super Bowls in a row, the only 3 Super Bowls of the Minnesota Vikings. And we will start taking the knees. Victory formation for your Minnesota Vikings. 2 snaps, well now just 1, is all that we have left. And we will come out here to watch the clock hit 0. And there it is. We have won 3 Super Bowls in back-to-back-to-back fashion. The Vikings have been to, I think now at this point, it would be 6 or 7 Super Bowls. And we have all 3 of the victories. A lot of changes took place between last year and this year. Even more will take place after. But for now, this team is celebrating one of the most hard-fought victories in all of the NFL. Obviously, it's a Super Bowl. But some of these guys will now be retiring after this game and retiring at the top of their game. Super Bowl champions for at least a couple of them for multiple years in a row. And for some of them, it could be the first time. The Raiders played a great game, but huge plays by guys like Danielle Hunter, who gets the player of the game, 3 sacks. Just huge plays made here and there were the difference. The game ended pretty close, one of the closest games we've had in quite a while. And a lot of props to the Raiders. They have some good guys out there. And hopefully they'll be able to come back again and give us a challenge next year. But Robinson holding up the trophy, Kendricks holding up the trophy, Jefferson up there, Cook is up there. Some really good guys for us, and I'm glad we're able to give all of them a Super Bowl. And Robinson, his first year as a starter in the NFL, he takes home the Lombardi Trophy. And with that final victory of the season, a bunch of upgrades that we need to give for our kind of younger guys. I'll do those off screen, but tremendous victory for us, and one that I was really hoping we would get, because who knows what's about to happen come the offseason. And with this all said and done, we've reached the end of Season 3. 3 really good seasons. Obviously, we started the first half of the season a little rocky with the most losses I think we had within the first quarter, maybe third of a season. But then we made some changes, and we rebounded very well, going 13-3-1, winning the NFC North by about 3.5 games, then went on a dominant streak in the playoffs, most of which of those games we had backups in by at least the fourth quarter, sometimes the second half. And then Super Bowl, great game, even for the Raiders. They played very well, and I was glad it was a close game, considering the last 2 were pretty much blowouts. So really good game. They tried to make it close at the end. Was a lot of fun. But we are not done yet. We will have at least one more season, and a season where I expect a lot of change to happen this offseason. I'm going to try to force a little bit of more realism with some of the things that we are going to do, some of the things that you see in the NFL a lot more nowadays. So a lot to happen. Hope you guys stick around. Hit that subscription button down below. Tick that bell notification to be notified of when these videos go live. And also check out that California only challenge that I have going on. It's also really fun over there. We go through the seasons within about 4-ish episodes, depending on if we make the playoffs or not. But really fun over there. I hope you guys are enjoying these series. I hope you're enjoying this channel. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.